Last two times you guys have played, Iowa State hasn't exactly gone your way. Is there a little extra fire this week to right the ship?
I wouldn't say a little bit of extra fire. It's kind of like a testament to how good Iowa State's coached. The type of defense that they put out there, the 3-3-5 scheme, causes a lot of headaches. Really good jack player, really good safeties in the run fits. Always had a really good D-line. It's one of the things that we kind of understand we have to heighten the way that we prepare this week because we're playing against a really good defense.
They lost last week to Kansas, but they shut down that Kansas offense who'd been putting up a lot of points. How do you go about attacking their defense?
For us, it's understanding the game plan that's being put in place by our coaches, trusting it, believing in it, and then going and doing our job as 11 players. I mean, when you play a really good defense that's really well coached and it's not going to make a lot of mistakes, you have to be on your P's and Q's in offense. And whenever it's time to hit a big play, you have to hit that big play, which is, I feel like, is what they do really good, is not allowing big-time plays, but also taking a 6, taking a 7, taking a 4, taking a 5-yard gain. To be able to say, okay, we're moving the football and things like that, because when you play a really good defense that is good at stopping the explosive, if you try to look for it, that's when you pick up 1, 2, 0 yards and things like that.
Do you get your own defense probably beneficial for this one?
Yes, sir. Really almost the same scheme in the sense of the 3-3-5. So to be able to see it in the spring, see it during fall camp is one of the things that protection is a little bit easier because you've seen some of the looks, some of the ways that the safety fills and things like that. You've seen it for the past 6 months in a sense, and so that does really help whenever you play a team that has a 3-5.
How dominant you feel like Felix and Khalid are?
That was fun to watch, wasn't it? Every single time that you're on the sideline and you see Khalid on one side and you see Felix on the other, and getting one-on-one opportunities, you know that something good is probably going to happen. For them to combine for 6 sacks this past week is kind of telling you the type of players that they are, and it's really exciting to see them go at it and do what they do, and for Khalid to really be unleashed. It's one of the things that was talked about throughout the week, and of course I'm not on the defensive side of the ball, but whenever you see Khalid Duke about the rest of the passer, man, you know something fun's going to happen.
After you guys combined for, you and Adrian combined for 340 on the ground last week, do you anticipate that Iowa State's going to try to force you guys to throw the ball more often?
Of course, just from the mere fact that something that we're doing really well right now, it's a copycat league. So if we're running the ball really well, you know that the defense is probably going to try and key in on that a little bit, but that's one of the things that does open up the pass game. It opens up opportunities for our receivers, who I feel like are really good football players, to be able to get some quick things behind maybe a safety that's coming down. So it's exciting.
I want to ask you about Noah Johnson. Kleiman said that he's around as an intern. He said he looks like a bodybuilder or something like that. Now is he in pretty good shape? And what is it like to still have him around the building?
Oh man! First and foremost, Noah Johnson is one of my favorite people ever. Center last year, man, he was the heartbeat. He was the soul of this football team on offense, without a doubt. And to have him come back and to be working with the strength staff and to see him every single day and to have his smile, have the personality that he has in this building, man, it's a big-time plus for all of us.
When the other team, like you mentioned, is going to be keying on your run game, how do you keep busting big runs when the defense is keying on it?
Taking the 4, taking the 5, taking the 6, and not playing outside of yourself, not trying to cause the explosive play, but to let it happen. That's one of the things that it can be a little frustrating whenever you're only picking up 4 or 5, but you have to understand that's driving the football. 2 5-yard gains is a first down. And understanding that those little chunks is going to allow for that defense to get a little wary, get a little tired, and jump out of the gap. Before you know it, there's green grass.
What is the emphasis to keep the Iowa State linebackers in place?
Really, one of the things that we do really well is gap scheme stuff. So whether that be running power, running things like that, to be able to get them to kind of see a pulling guard and move, see a pulling tackle and things like that. You get movement on the offensive line to try and get their eyes out of whack.
How fun is it when you and Adrian are running for so many yards and you guys are having fun on the offensive side of the ball?
It's super fun. He's a dynamic football player, and anytime that he breaks one, I put my hand up because I understand that, man, the speed, the explosive that he has is phenomenal. And so whenever you have a quarterback back there like that, a home run hitter just like that, anytime that he has a football, we call a play that could be a QB power or something like that. It's kind of one of those things where you hold your breath like he's probably going to break this one.
How do you feel about the rivalry with the Farmageddon, if you will?
It's something I didn't know about until I got up here, but every single time that Farmageddon comes around, it's always funny seeing the corn and the wheat, Twitter memes and things like that whenever I do get to hop on. I think it's pretty funny, and it's actually a really cool rivalry that, man, I'm super excited playing again.
And how would you rate Coach Kleiman's halftime speech?
10 out of
last
10.
week?
100% 10 out of 10. It woke us all up. And it was something that we needed from our head coach.
Who's the fastest guy on offense?
That's actually a really good question. Link Knowles is really fast. Phillip Brooks is really fast. Adrian Martinez, I'm not going to put myself in there. Adrian Martinez is really fast. I'm going to have to see a race. I'm going to have to see a race. I'm going to put them all tied for first right now.
How much,
Thanks.